One. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be working on the board. So the first thing that you guys are going to do in the morning is that you guys should be hitting the admin button, going to manager admin settings and server assignments. You're going to push add, and you're just going to put in the team sheet for that morning. You'll have to go to done. Whenever you're done doing it, hit yes, and then you'll go to change name, assign info, and like you'll type in morning. That way you'll know like the difference between morning shift and night shift. Whenever it's time for you guys to go and do shift change, you'll go to station info, shift change, and you'll have two different ones, and you just click and select and it'll change it over. That's going to be done as soon as like all of the servers come in, usually at 3 o'clock every single week. The proper way to take a call ahead, you guys are going to put their name in, ask for their phone number, repeat the phone number back to them, ask for the party size, and ask if they have any special accommodations such as a high chair, booster, wheelchair accessible. You'll put that underneath here, underscore and HC for high chair, and push the call ahead button, add to wait list. If a guest just walks in and they just want to be sat, we're not on a wait or anything, you go to the seat option and just push however many they have and select a table. Whenever we have, in the morning, whenever you put in the team sheet, all of the tables are going to be open. You're going to want to close all tables and wait until a manager checks that server in, and then you can open their tables back up. If you are if you're running board and we are on a wait, you can see all the people that are on the wait on this side. If it is yellow, if this is yellow, then, not yellow, white, then that means the person is checked in, and then you just page them. In order to check someone in, you go to the check-in button here, keep on wait list if we're on a wait, update wait list, and their name changes, you page them. If a person does not come up to the host stand within 5 minutes, you're probably going to want to page them once or twice more. And if they don't show up at all, you're going to go to the more option on the side and push hold, and they'll go to the hold list. Whenever you put someone on hold, you need to write down on a piece of paper the person's name and the last time that they paged them. That way, whenever they come in, if they do come in and say, I never received a text message or anything like that, they will know. You'll be able to show them that the last time that you paged them, and you'll want to repeat back that phone number to them just to make sure. If they get upset or anything like that, you need to call one of the managers up here. That way that we can talk to them, explain to them what had happened. And that is all for the board. Thank you for calling Richmond, Texas Roadhouse. This is Katie. How can I help you today? Yes, ma'am. What is that name on the call ahead? Jones. Okay. And how many will you have in your party today? A party of 3. All right. Let me get that put in for you. Do you have any special accommodations like a high chair, booster, and wheelchair accessible? All right. And what is a good cell phone number for you? And is that cell phone number 606-899-1900? Alright, ma'am. And right now we are on about a 15 to 25 minute wait. Whenever you guys arrive, make sure you text here back to the text message that you will receive as soon as we hang up on the phone. Alright, thank you. We'll see you soon. Alright guys, I want to go over like the importance of each position. If you are like checking people in from outside, if people don't sign up with a mobile app, just kind of like walk in, we need to be getting those mobile app cards and sending them out and like promoting our mobile app. Our numbers are really down for that, and we really want to increase that. It cuts down on stress for you all and on us. If you are running board, we need to make sure that we know where the guests are and what they are doing and who they are. We need to make sure, if we see any wanderers, we need to point them in the right direction. Some people still come in for to-goes. If they're coming in for to-goes, we need to point them to the to-go window, or they even just pass up the person that checks them in. We need to get them in the spot that they need. That way they're not getting frustrated when they've said, we've been here for 20 minutes and no one's helped us. We need to keep people in line too. Like, clumps are not good. We don't need to let people be clumping up against other groups. We need to get them sat as soon as possible. It shouldn't take us that long to go get bread and everything. If you think about it, if we have it already set up, you can just grab it and go and get these people sat, and it sends the wait time quicker. Quicker the wait time's over, the quicker you guys get to go home. So for on-deck seating, we're always gonna have 3 guests for on-deck seating no matter what. As soon as a guest gets sat, that's whenever you page the next guest. And for proper seating, you're gonna go get your gloves on, get a tray, your silverware, plates, rolls, and butter. Whenever you're taking a guest back, you wanna ask them, how was your last visit at Texas Roadhouse? They tell you, and if they're not, they're a first-time guest. Then, as soon as you find out if they're a first-time guest or not, you're gonna wanna go tell a manager. That way that they can go and visit the table and speak to them and tell them, find out about how their visit is, tell them about our story and everything like that. On your way back to the table, it's always a good idea to tell them that here's your fresh baked bread. That way you're hitting a story point. It takes a little stress off the servers, and it'll give you guys an extra point or two. Hey guys, back again. Here's a couple of talking points that you guys can talk about on your way back to the table. You can always talk about like how their last visit was. You can recommend them some dishes to try. Appetizers, those are always great. Going and showing like the meat case. If you come, you can pick out anything out of the meat case and we'll cook it straight from there. You just have to let a manager know which ones they do decide to take out. A couple things that aren't really good to talk about is like personal life. Like, you don't want to ask them like how their kid is or like anything like that. You want to avoid topics like that. You can ask them how their day's going. That's always a good talking point. Oh, and gift card sales. Right now we're doing like, those are like really big for us right now. So if you can push gift cards, that's really going to help us a lot. Alright guys, for large parties, a large party is a person more than 8. If a person calls and they want to do a call ahead for 10 or more people, or 8 or more people for that matter, you need to go get either an LAD or you need to get a manager, preferably one of us. That way we can talk to them and explain to them better what's going on. When you bring a person back to the table and it's 8 or more, you're just going to extend it out. Pull that out, grab the tabletop, and grab a chair for the end of it. If they're in the back of the ones with this table here, we need to start making sure that they're not trying to pull this table back and slide it out here. They're gonna have to sit back to back or side by side, just for the whole entire COVID policies or anything like that. If they give you guys issues, you guys need to come and get one of us. That way that we can deal with it. A good way to deal with that situation is just be like, I'm sorry, but due to COVID regulations, you guys aren't allowed to pull the tables back. You guys have to sit side by side. It's not our rules, it's the company's rules. You can do that, or you can just come get one of us if you don't feel comfortable talking to them. Alright guys, so one of our main problems at the host stand is a sense of urgency. When you take a guest to the table, you need to go straight back up to the host stand after you seat the table. You don't need to wander around or do whatever. If they want butters or anything, go to the kitchen, grab it, go up front and sit someone else. Speaking of butters, on weekdays we need to do 5 stacks. In a stack there is 5 trays. On weekends you do 8 stacks. The opener is going to be doing those from here on out. That way it just gets done, we don't have to worry about it. Also with silverware rolling, where you guys are rolling it at night, during the day it should not take you guys 40 minutes to roll 1 bucket. It should be like 20 minutes. You guys can listen to music, do whatever you want to do, but it just has to get done quicker and more efficiently. And we need to make sure that we have emergency silverware in case on weekends where people just don't come in and we get it behind. Cut. All right, guys, so every day you guys are, whoever opens, you're gonna have a cleaning job to do. You're gonna sign your name off on here, and it needs to have a manager sign off or the LAD, Lexi or Hallie needs to sign off over here. This needs to be done every day, guys. We've got to get on top of this. That way we don't have to do as much cleaning. Also, with that being said, every day you guys should be checking out with a manager and doing your side work. You guys need to be rolling a bucket, either if you're morning shift or evening shift, and if you've been rolling all day, you still have to roll a bucket before you leave. And you have to make sure you guys are getting checked out. If you guys haven't get checked out, I'm gonna have to write you guys up. Any other manager is gonna have to write you guys up. And if you get 3 write-offs, done for. Alright guys, restroom checks. It's looking a little rough in here right now. And okay, so for restroom checks, you need to be checking the restroom every 15 minutes. Family restroom and women's restroom included. You're gonna want to check and see, like this needs wiped down. And it'll, like you can see, like that needs wiped down. You're gonna check and see if the toilet paper needs filled or not. Get all of the crap off the ground. I can't say crap in this. And clean the tampon boxes, take it all out, put it in here. The trash needs to be taken out, and the windows, those need Windexed, and the sink needs wiped down. And if this is empty, you're gonna need to get a key and make sure that you are putting paper towels back in there. That is the correct way to do a restroom check, and we need to do it from here on out. High chair talk. So these high chairs are gonna go into like your 300 sections, so the babies can reach the tables. These are gonna go to your high-rise tables, like around the bar area, the back of the twos. Those are more hot up. You can also do the in-booth high chairs. They're just for in-booths. Don't put an in-booth high chair on any of the bar tops or anything like that. It's super dangerous for little kids, and if they fall out, it's gonna look bad on us. We don't need no babies crying up in here.